Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. You are all welcome to this Fiverr training with Ahmad Aminu Ahmad. Like I said, this is going to be a one-on-one training with me about Fiverr. I will take you through Fiverr, what Fiverr is all about, and how to set up your Fiverr account and Fiverr gigs. And of course, I'll tell you some tips that can help you, inshallah, to make it on Fiverr also. So, like always, I started my presentation with showing the outline. So we are to hold this training in 2 days, today and tomorrow. So today is more of explaining of Fiverr, telling you more about it. That what all today is all about. And tomorrow we'll go directly to the practical aspect of setting up the accounts and some tips on how you can be successful in it. And we call it a day. So these are outlines what we are to cover for today. Today is the one. We are going to discuss about Fiverr. We'll talk about Fiverr, types of users on Fiverr. We are going to discuss about the types of users that we have on Fiverr, and also why Fiverr. This is something that we'll discuss. Why Fiverr, we'll discuss that also. And we'll talk about a short tour on to my account, to my Fiverr account. Yeah, I'll take you through my Fiverr account. I'll show you some proofs, some things. Then, of course, just to encourage you, so that to let you feel that yes, you can do it. You too, you can do it. Because me too, before I did it, I don't even believe in it. But when I give it a try, it works, and I believe you too, you can do it. So after that, we come back from the tower, then we'll continue with what is gig and how to choose a gig. So we'll talk about this. You'll be hearing gig. So what is gig and how are you going to choose a gig? I'll talk about this on all the tips you need in choosing a gig. I'll tell you that today, inshallah. And we'll have a question and answer session, Q&A, of course, then conclusion, and we'll call it a day. Then we meet tomorrow. So these are the 7 outlines that we are going to cover for today. Please, can you hear me? I hope you can hear me clearly. Someone say he can't hear. Please, if you can't hear me, let me know. There are some people that said they can't hear. Yeah, so please, I can see some people say that they cannot hear. So if you can hear me, please let me know. Hello, can you hear me? Okay, so is their network. So you can see it in the chat is your network. So yeah, so let's continue. Let's start with number 1 item on our outlines, which is about Fiverr. So a lot of you will have a question, what is this Fiverr? Some call it fever, some call it, I had a lot of pronunciation about it, but I believed it's Fiverr. That's how they call it, is Fiverr, Fiverr. So it's Fiverr, I believed. So what is this Fiverr is all about? Fiverr is an online e-commerce marketplace for freelance services like programming, data entry, copywriting, video editing, marketing, graphic design, and much more. It's an online e-commerce marketplace. You see, anything that has to do with way of buying and selling is, we all know what commerce is all about. When you hear e-commerce, it's electronic commerce, that is online. So when it is commerce, it's just normal commercial transaction that we are doing. When it is online, then it is what is electronic commerce. So it's a marketplace. Fiverr is a marketplace where for freelance services, that is for people that are rendering services. They just go there to the market to offer what they are doing to other people, and other people will purchase that service from them. You are not selling anything on Fiverr but your skills. So it's only your skill. You are not selling iPhone there. You are not selling laptop on Fiverr. You are not selling a Gizina there. You are not selling any tangible product on Fiverr, you are not. The only thing you are selling on Fiverr, you are selling your talent, you are selling your skills. Even if you are to do a work for somebody, it's definitely going to be a soft work. That means it's a soft copy of the work that you are giving to the person. You are not giving him the hard copy of the work. So everything is being done online. That's what Fiverr is all about. So this is a Fiverr. So it's a marketplace. You go there, you render your service to someone, and someone pay you for that, and you go with your money, and that's all how Fiverr work. So this is Fiverr, and I believe now you have an understanding of what Fiverr is all about. It's just a marketplace, but it's for freelance services. It's just for freelance services. It's nothing that has to do with you selling something tangible. No, it's you now selling your skills and talent to other people. So that all what Fiverr is all about. So have it in your mind. This talent that you have has nothing to do with only tech talent. That is, you must have a tech skills. That's not what it means. It can mean any talent that you have, in as much as you can render such service to someone, and someone can pay you for that talent that you rendered to him. Believe me, you can go to Fiverr and render whatever service you think you can render. So this is all about Fiverr. So then we'll continue and talk about the types of users on Fiverr. Already I mentioned them. You see, I talk about seller, I talk about buyer. So these are the seller and buyer. That's what we have on Fiverr. That's what we have. We have the buyers and we have the seller. So we have the buyers account and we have the sellers account. So those that are sellers, they are only selling the services. That is, they are the service providers, while the buyers are those that are buying the service. So buyers have the ability to purchase orders, gigs from sellers on the Fiverr platform, while sellers have the ability to offer their services through gigs to buyers on the platform. So this is about the two types of users that we have on Fiverr: the ones that purchase the service and the ones that rendered the service. So you can ask yourself, which one do you want to become? I believe all of you want to render their services. So don't worry, there are hundred of millions, about more than 500 million users on Fiverr that are going there, searching, looking for people that will give them that will render service to them worldwide. People are there looking for people. So if you can render any unique service to that particular client, you can become the person that will do that for him, and that's how it works. So this is the types of users that we have on Fiverr. So I think after this, what next? So are we going for the tower, or we are continue? Okay, so we have one line item before the tower, so let's have Wi-Fi. Okay, so this is what we are going to discuss before we have a tower to my account. Why Fiverr? This is something that let's just discuss it. All of us know how we are now. Fiverr is a place for everyone, and with your hard or soft skills, you can make a fortune. That's how Fiverr is, and of course, that's exactly why I think you can choose Fiverr. Fiverr is for everybody. Like I said, you don't need a tech skills. Don't say you must have a tech skills. I'm not discouraging those with tech skills. No, I'm talking about any unique skill that you have, which you can render such service to someone. You can go on Fiverr. So you can go on Fiverr. It's not only for tech savvy people. So everyone, Fiverr is for him. And Fiverr, another thing is also why Fiverr is that Fiverr pays in in foreign currency. Of course, the way dollar is, even if it fall down to 900 or 700, it's worth it. If in as much as you are making money up in there, it's just something that you can at least go for, which can provide extra income to you. And the opportunities on Fiverr also are unlimited. There are unlimited opportunities. So the type of clients you'll have on Fiverr, or the number of clients you'll have on Fiverr, are unlimited. You can get any client that you want, any client that you might not think of. You can create a link, you can create a network. Sometimes with good interaction with the people on Fiverr, you can even find a lot of friends and make a lot of friends from different countries. And these people will link you to their friends to their friends. Before you know it, believe me, you can even go up the Fiverr and keep doing a lot of works with other people. As it is to me now, there are lots of clients that I'm not even dealing with them on Fiverr. I'm dealing with them on my WhatsApp. So I'm no longer going to Fiverr like that, since there are things that, of course, you will create a network and you create a very good relationship with a lot of with different people from different countries, because the target market is not only Nigerian. Nigerians will not even go on Fiverr to look for any services. They will just look for people within uh them. And believe me, we are trying our best. Maybe within 2024 this year, we'll unveil the something similar to Fiverr for Nigerians. I don't know if you people will register and render services there, but believe me, by God's grace, we will have something like Fiverr in Nigeria for Nigerians, and see how it works out for us, all of us. So from here, I think let's go to the tower and and see how my account looks like. We come back, then we continue, so that I will show you how it is, what I made, and you will see it, and you have an encouragement that yes, of course, me too, I can do it. Then you can do it, of course. So let's go and see how it is. So let me stop the sharing first. Yeah, so let me share it back again. I'm sorry, I know I stop it. So if you can see my screen, just let me know so that I will continue. Can you see my screen, please? Can you see my screen? Okay, so here it is. I just opened my browser. Let me go to my Fiverr account. I'll have to just click on it so that will show you everything on it. Yes. So here it is. As you can see, this is my Fiverr account, Ahmad Aminu Ahmad. So I'm here. I'll just click here. I'll go to my dashboard. So I'm trying to show you. Don't be scared. You see, these are my ratings. This is something that, of course, you need to have this 100%, everything 100%. As you can see, my response is 1 hour. It definitely 1 hour is the highest. So it's within 1 hour I respond. That's how it is. And my everything is 100%. Order completion 100%. Delivered on time 100%. Order response 100%. Inbox time, you see, all this is what I have. And I'm at level 1. So you can search it if you want. There are different categories of levels on Fiverr, which someone can attend. So I'm at level 1, as you can see. So I can just go to this. Let me go to my gigs. Okay, no, let me go to my earnings. Don't worry about my gigs. Let me go to my earnings. So here it is. This is my earnings. You see, this is current overdraft that I have, which is $58. It's just for the ads that they are running for me. So immediately when I got any order, they will just deduct this amount from the money. But this is what I earned to date. That's what I earned. That is about $6,928. This is my account. This is what I earned. This is the expenses that I'm paying, because there are levels that if you reach that level, you can even pay Fiverr to promote your gig for you if you want, and other things. So this is it. So this is in short what I said. I will just take you through. So there are different things. I have orders. Let me just go to my orders and see. Okay, I have completed orders, so I don't have any priority orders. You see, completed orders is 38. That's the completed orders that I did on Fiverr. Cancel orders is 3. That is someone, maybe he just buy my gig and I told him I cannot do the service that he want, or maybe we didn't get along with the way maybe he's going to pay me this, and I say no, I'm not accepting this. He has to pay this. Maybe that what caused the cancellation of the order. So I have 3 canceled ordered, and I have 38 completed orders. And this is all what left for me. This 38 completed order. Once I reached 50 orders, I'm going to level 2. That's the only criteria that left for me to complete this to 30 to 50. So it's only 12 orders that left for me. I will be at level 2. So from that level 2 is the second to the highest level on Fiverr. Then I reach the highest level. So this is a short tour to my account. Believe me, you can go to Fiverr, search my name on Fiverr, or write whatever you want to. You can write my name, Ahmad Aminu Ahmad. I think it will pop up on Fiverr. Just write it. You can just go through how it's my everything is there. You can see it, and that's it. So let's go back and continue the presentation. Okay, sorry, I'll share my screen back again. If you can see my screen, let me know, please. Okay, so now after this tour, what we are going to discuss about is what is gig. That's what we are going to discuss about. You will be hearing gig, 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 gig. I said my gig, my gig, my gig. So what is gig? So you see, of course, gig is what brings the money. As you can see, there are dollars on it. Yes, gig is what brings the money. And whenever you hear a gig, any service offered on Fiverr is called a gig. That is the service that aka share offering ga mutane shi ake kira da gig. Wannan service din shi ake kira gig. So service in the duk zaka yi ko me ne zaka mutane shine gig. So and that's when you earn money when you render the service. So that's what gig is all about. So let's move on also. So how to choose a gig? How are you going to choose a gig? You see, there are many services and there are many ways of choosing a gig. I will talk about the tips and I will talk about how to choose based on the tips. You see, to choose a gig, you need to think very carefully, very, very carefully and act very, very smart. There are some tips you should look at in choosing a good gig. That's what I'm going to talk about now. So you see, the reason why I said you must act very, very carefully and act very smart. Sometimes you can just go on Fiverr and just start creating gigs. There are services that some people already are far, far, far deep in such services. So if you said you are going to if you said you are going to use such services, nobody will hear your name because nobody will hire a new seller. If your service is competing with those that are at maybe my level, even those that are my level one, because I have 38 orders. You that just joined Fiverr today, how do you expect somebody to trust you on the service that I'm competing with you? Me and you, we are competing on the same service. It doesn't work like that normally. So it's for you to act very careful and to act very smart in choosing your gig. So we are going to discuss this. So you should have it in your mind. Your gig should be a very unique something. Your gig should be unique, very unique. That means whatever you are going to render is not something that there are people already on that particular service. So let's look at the gig that tips that you need to follow in choosing your gig. So number one, sorry, I have like 5 of them. So all these are what we are going to discuss. All the 5 tips in choosing gig. So now number one is find a niche or specialization. Please, you see, you need to find what you are going to venture in. That's what this means. You need to find that. What are you going to do on Fiverr? That's it. What are you going to do on Fiverr? Ask yourself now, what are you comfortable and what do you think is suitable for you to do on Fiverr? What is what services are you going to render? What's your specialization? Some people their specialization is writing, some people their specialization is writing of articles, some copywriting, some digital marketing, some data entry, some data analysis, some this. What is your specialization? What do you think you are going to do on Fiverr? I will tell you this. What I did on Fiverr, after all this, I will tell you why I choose the gig I chose and why I think I acted the way I acted in choosing my gig. I will talk about that with you. But please find a niche. What are you going to do? Don't think maybe you studied for example, don't think maybe you studied computer and you must render something related to computer. There can be something that's not related to computer. If you act very smart, you can render such service and people will be, believe me, I think I will give some hints on something that maybe you can venture in, which I think is good. Maybe you can try, some of you can try and see how it happens. Okay, so you find specialization to understand how it works on Fiverr. So whatever you are going to render on Fiverr, make sure you understand how it works. Make sure you understand very carefully how it works. How are you going to render it? Because while creating a gig, you have to describe the gig, explain how the gig works. If you need anything from the buyer, maybe you want him to submit some documents to you, you want him to give you some things, Some things, of course, you can talk to him, or you can write that when he click on your gig, then definitely he's going to see everything you want or you might need from him. So understand how it works on Fiverr. Anything that you're going to render, make sure you understand how that particular thing works on Fiverr. Number three, be creative in creating your gig. So you have to be very creative in creating a gig. So like I said, I'll give you some things. Your gig should be creative while trying to create the gig. Just come up with something. Yes, there are services that, of course, the services are rendered by other people. But if you if you think very smart in creating your own gig, you can create a service also out of such services which is not under such services. So you have to think very carefully. This is something that you need a lot to think of. So you have to be very, very creative. Don't think you are just going to create just like that. You just search, you just saw a service and you are just going to render such service. That's not how it works, and that's not how you are going to do it. So be very creative. So we are like a lot of people here are watching this, or you are with me here. Make sure what you are thinking is not something that someone is thinking. Create something very special, something that once you start it, believe me, you will just continue, and maybe other people will just follow you, but people will need that particular service that you create. So make your price affordable. You see, this issue of pricing, when you are to create your service, make sure you make your price very affordable. Now you are rendering a service that requires you not to purchase anything. It's just your talent. So that one thing about rendering services that has to do with talent is like 100% profit. So there is nothing like maybe you purchase something, maybe there is downfall in the price or something like that. No. Now you are the one to see, okay, if I did this particular service to someone, how much am I going to to collect from that particular service? So make your price very affordable. You see, $5 is very okay. $5 is very okay. I started my gig with is it 10, 50. I think I have one gig with $5 or $10, I think. Then I have one with 50. Later on, I just keep upgrading. So start with a lesser amount. $5 is a money. If you times $5 now, $5 times even 1,000 is 5,000. So it's okay. Sometimes a service that you can render with $5 is just something within 10 minutes. You can do it to someone, and don't look at the $5 as something. Sometimes the person can hire you to do that particular $5 for him like 100 times sometimes, because these people are not seeing it as big money to them. So $5 is like $50 for 10, $50 for kada. So that's how it is, and people will hire you. So make your price very affordable. Make your price very affordable and competitive. Even if there are people that are rendering the same services with you, make your price very affordable, because Fiverr is a place where there are lots of competition. If you make your price very affordable, people will come to you. But if your price is higher than everyone, then definitely people will not come to you. But when you create a very good reputation, you have all the stars, you have all the levels, you have everything, just upgrade your skills. Even now, I upgraded my price. I upgraded it to the amount that I want now, not $5 like it is before. So you can upgrade your gig the way you want it to be, since now you create the reputation you want, so you can upgrade the prices to whatever you want the price to be. So make your price affordable, please, and also make your gig unique. Issue of uniqueness, please make sure your gig is very unique. It's unique. When looking at it, there are no much people rendering the same services on Fiverr. There are no people rendering it. Please make it unique. It can be a lot. I say I'll tell you some things that I think you can try. You see, issue of, I know there are people, of course, doing that. Issue of data collection. But this data collection within Nigeria or within northern Nigeria, there are lots of people doing research outside Nigeria, which they need to do data collection in Nigeria, and they don't have anybody to do it for them. So it's something that, think of it. Okay, I said data collection. You can be creative in this data collection. Maybe you can create your gig data collection only on scientific theories, or maybe scientific research, or maybe only on geographical research, or maybe only on geological research, or only on agricultural data collection, or something like that. You can be creative in this. It's something that I said here, I will tell you. Think of it and create it and do it only to Nigerians. Yeah, that is to your locality. I know there are people that are not from Nigeria watching us, but I think you can do it related to your country, so that people that are looking someone, because someone can come on Fiverr looking for somebody that is doing data collection only in northern Nigeria or in Nigeria. So please make sure you are very, very unique in doing whatever you want to do. So sorry, there are 10 minutes left. If we the time expired, you give it 5-minute break and you use the second link I shared with you to join. Like I said, we only have 100 people slot here, and there are lots of people in waiting room now waiting for us. The room is full. So when you have once we are going back after that 5 minutes, make sure you join us and we continue together and have a question and answer with you together and call it a day. So there are lots of people. It's only you that are the successful 100 that join us. The rest are in the waiting room. So I'm very happy for everyone to be with us live. So after the expiration, use the second link. After 5 minutes, we'll join by 9:45 and we'll continue with the second link. If you have a question, like I said from the beginning, write your question, copy it. When we come back, you paste it in the chat. That's what I said about question and answer, because so that we save time, we are not going to be having a lot of distraction and these things. So you make your gig very unique. If you're going to do data collection, like I said, make sure you did that data collection within a particular something. So this is this that you want to think of. So another thing, what gig do you have in mind? This is something that you will be thinking. Yes, I know. Now you will start thinking, what gig do you have in your mind now? Currently, as we are talking, because tomorrow we are going to create account. We are going to have a practical session on it. We are going to set up the account. Tomorrow, you're going to see how to create a gig. So ask yourself, what type of gig are you going to create? What do you think? What are you thinking? What are you thinking? Of course, I don't want to rush it. I don't want to say, okay, you must do it now. Don't worry about that. Just don't worry, sleep on it. Don't worry. Now take your time. Today, you have tomorrow. Even tomorrow after you learn everything, if you want, you will be thinking until you got the perfect gig that you think you can render such service to people, and then you create it with them. So I think I will stop here now. I will answer some questions. If you have some questions, just drop like few questions. I will respond to the questions now. Two of them. Then when we resumed, I'll give you a story on how I choose my gig and how I think that gig is okay, and I'll go about the gig. I'll give you that story when we come back. Then we will have a full Q&A with all of you, and we call it a day. So if you have a question, you can drop your question in the chat so that we can have. Yes, no. In Fiverr, you cannot have more than one account. Thank you for asking this. You can't have more than one account. Once they sense that you have more than one account, they will delete it. They will ban you. Has a lot of rules. I will talk about the rules tomorrow with you. There are lots of things you cannot do on Fiverr. Once you did such things, your account will be banned. And it happens to me that way. I have the experience about that. I was on Fiverr. I started Fiverr in 2020, and it's until 2021 I got my first client. That is after about more than a year that I'm on Fiverr. I didn't get any order. Is that when I got a client? And believe me, I'm jubilating. I'm happy I got a client. While discussing with the client, I said something that I shouldn't said in the chat, and Fiverr banned my account entirely. And I have to start afresh again in 2022. And I lost the client. I have to start afresh. So There are things I will tell you. Me, I suffered. I know how it goes with me. So I will tell you a lot of things. You can't have multiple accounts, but you can have multiple gigs. You can have many gigs depending on your level. Me now, if I can have maybe 30 gigs, 20, 15, maybe you as a new seller can be 2, 3 only that you can create by yourself. So you can have many gigs. How do you make your gig unique? Yeah, you think about that to make your gig unique. Like I said, make your gig domestic to your locality, maybe or to your country. That's one of the uniqueness of the gig. Maybe if someone is doing something in Australia, so do it in Nigeria. If someone is doing something in America, do it in Nigeria. So if you make your gig, one thing to make your gig unique is to domesticate the gig. That's one thing that I think you can put it in your mind, even though you're not only targeting Nigerian clients, but sometimes you can leave it wide. But it's just one thing that I think. You don't need any money to start Fiverr. Fiverr is free of charge. You don't need any capital. Saha Madaki. You don't need any capital. Fiverr is absolutely free. Tomorrow you are going to set up your account for free. I'm going to take you out to verify the account, how to do everything, how to make it ready. You are not paying anything on Fiverr. But take note, when you make money on Fiverr, Fiverr will take 20% of any amount you make. So out of this 6,900 and 28 or $23 that I've shown to you, I made is not among the Fiverr removed 20% of the money. Now, if without that, if they add that 20% on top of this amount, it will be around much, it will be higher than this 6,900, my amount. But immediately your client paid you, they will just remove the amount and transfer this to you. So I earn more than that, but Fiverr take their shares, and that's how they make their money. Is it possible to change gig if one is not? Yeah, you can have multiple gigs. And of course, you can edit a gig. If it's not working, maybe after 1 week or 2 months or 1 month, it's not working, you can change it. But believe me, you have to be patient. Like I told you, I spent more than a year, 12 months, more than 12 months. Every day I will go on Fiverr and still there is nothing. And I have to, have to exercise patience. Example of people's gig. Yeah, example of people's gig services. Services. If you go on Fiverr, just search for any service, you will see a lot of services. So that's how the example of gigs is. Tomorrow we'll go through how to create it. And of course, yeah, we can. Yeah, someone can have more than one gig, of course. Can we put more than skills? Yes, you can put a lot of skills. You have a lot of skills: data analysis, programming, digital marketing, knitting, whatever you think. You can have a lot of skills. Tomorrow, while creating your account, you will see it. How to build good portfolio to convince your ability. That has to do with how we are going to do it tomorrow. I'll take you through, but I don't know what skills you have and what you're going to create. It depends on what you're going to create that you are to build. Maybe you are to build the site. But what matters on Fiverr is the uniqueness of your service. Once the client feels that your service is okay for him and the price is affordable, he can go for you, believe me. Other thing you will not even read it. You just go ahead. Is the title of your service. What do you write on the title? Does it mean you have to get dollar account? No, you don't need dollar account. You will be paid directly on Fiverr through your Naira account. After the client fed you the dollar, you will get your money to your account. Don't worry about dollar account. You don't need dollar account. Fiverr is paying everybody through his personal account. When writing again, what does a person need to consider about the client? Is it Nigerian client or abroad? And did I bid account, dollar account on my home? No, your account, GT Bank, Zenith Bank. I use my GT Bank before to collect account, but later on I found a way to do that. There are lots of things, there are many ways to catch a rat. So sometimes don't worry, you don't need dollar account. How can you make your account attractive? That one is, like I say, you have to be creative in creating the gig, and you have to make the gig unique. That thing is for you, please. Thank you for this example. I joined it because for Bello, don't worry, I recorded the class and I will upload the link on YouTube. Everyone can watch the part you missed. I will upload that. Apart from soft skills services, which other types of service can person render on Fiverr? I don't even know what you consider this soft skills. Soft skills is not what people think is soft skills. Soft skills is like communication skills. You know how to dress. That what soft skills is, please. Hard skills is what we are talking about. That is learning how to do a lot of things. So it's not, maybe some people think soft skill is like software skills. So that's not what soft skills is. But you can render any service in as much as you are not selling something tangible, intangible services. So please let's join. I'm sorry that I didn't answer your question. You can copy it. So let's join using the second link after 5 minutes. Please, let's call it a day. We have some seconds to go. So that I didn't answer their question, you can copy it and ask it. But again, I stopped at Sumaya Ibrahim Saad. So I will continue with Imrana. No, maybe I answer some of your questions, but please let's come back in 5 minutes. Thank you so much. And we resume in 5 minutes. Okay, so I'm very sorry those that didn't meet us in this part. I said a lot, but I'm sorry. Seriously, I'm just going to cut it and put it where we are. Thank you so much, Kabir. Someone could have. I saw your hands. You and Musa, you are raising your hands. I'm very, very sorry. I didn't respond to you. I thought you want to talk. It's now I just come to your this thing. I just come to your chat. Please record this section. I'm sorry I didn't put the recording. Me too, I don't hear him. So someone is doing it. Is the lesson start because I'm okay? So how can you view other gigs so that you can domestic? When you go to Fiverr, you will see a lot of gigs. I'll show you tomorrow where how you can search gigs and others. No, Kabir, I'm not recording. I just put the record. I'm sorry. I just saw your message now, and it's after about 7 minutes of sending. I'm very sorry. It's been long. I said much, so I'm sorry for that. Please, I'm also in the same profession. Can you guide me more on the type of gigs to do? This is all what I've been doing to guide you on what to do right from when we started. Maybe you missed the first part. So I think what you should do is you can watch the first part and then you think, you sit down and think what you can do. Because like I said, we have about more than 1,000 registered people. Everyone is asking me this same question. What type of gig? What type of gig? I can't I can't even think of a gig for you. So you can sit down, think, and think what you can do. Then you go for it. Research assistant in Nigeria. Research assistant is something, of course, if you think you can do it, your YouTube channel, please. My YouTube channel is Ahmad Aminu Ahmad. You can just write Ahmad Aminu Ahmad on YouTube. You will see my channel there. So once you write Ahmad Aminu Ahmad, you will see my channel there. We don't hear you at all. Please help. Please, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me, please? Jamilu Basiru, you just raise your hand. If you can hear me, please say it. Can you hear me? I just asked you to unmute yourself, Jamilu Basiru. Can you hear me? Can you show us how to create professional profile? I don't know what this want. Musa, I don't know how to create a professional, but that's what I said I'm going to teach you tomorrow, how to create. Since the market is competitive, we render service with a lower price so that, yeah. Someone is asking me, describe in brief what is gig. Gig is a service. So you watch the first part. When you watch the first part, inshallah, you'll understand more. I said I talk about gig a lot in the first part of the video. Don't worry, you will watch. If you watch the first part, you'll understand. Please, is he talking because I'm not okay? This one is not hearing me. It is most that you must have to link it with our Facebook. All tomorrow, you will see that tomorrow. Don't worry. Yeah, why not Bazaar and the Telegram? But this is my preferred choice. This is what I chose to use. Zoom, yeah. So I'm sorry for those that are saying I should use Telegram, Google Meet. This is what I want to use. So I'm sorry, please. Which one is better to start? Someone is asking Fiverr or Upwork. Me, I'm talking about Fiverr. And I'm teaching what I have experience on. Yeah, of course, I have account on Upwork, but I didn't concentrate on Upwork So I can't teach anybody Upwork since I didn't benefit from it. I didn't get anything on it. I can't talk on it. So if you need it, you go and use it. But I'm not teaching it. This is what I'm teaching. So I have the account. We have not got to where I have challenge. Can we go for typing and copyright? Of course, you can go for typing and copywriting. There are a lot of gigs on typing and copywriting. Okay, like I said, I'm recording it. Proofreading, of course, there are proofreading issues. Of course, there are lots of proofreading services, gigs. You can go for them. On my YouTube channel, I will upload the link and I will share the link with all of you. I have your emails. I will share it with all of you through via your emails addresses. You will see the link. Yes, I will share it all of you. Like I said, my YouTube channel, just search Ahmad Aminu Ahmad on YouTube. Just search Ahmad Aminu Ahmad. Someone is asking me what is unique. I think you ask dictionary the meaning of unique. When we say unique, is something that stand out. Something that stand out. So you use something that stand out of the crowd. So when your gig was looking, people saw your gig, they will see that there is something unique about your gig. That's what uniqueness means. Can I have blah, 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 blah? Please, I got a network problem about my question. You will hear your question. I answer it multiple times. I'm sorry, you will hear your question. I answer it. Please, sir, unmute me. I have something to say. Jamilu Basiru, you say I should unmute you. You have something to say. Send it in the chat, please. Please. Write it in the chat. Someone asks again, do I need any amount to start advertising my gig? On Fiverr, you don't need to, you can, but to advertise your gig, you want to promote your gig on every social media that you want. You can post it on Facebook, pay for the advert in Telegram, pay for the I say Telegram, Instagram, and others. You can advertise your gig by yourself and pay money outside Fiverr. But for now, since you didn't reach the level that I reached, I don't think you can pay for ads. It's when you started getting orders that when you start paying for even the Fiverr themselves to do it for you. So I think this is something that you can do it. You can advertise your gig by yourself. What give you edge point as a new user? So I didn't get this, but believe me, you need to work hard. You need to have consistency and patience. It's not just going to, and if you followed all what I talk about, the tips and everything will help you as a new user. Me, nobody told me that, but I figured them out that, of course, since I did that, I think, let me share it with you. That what I use and that why I got what I want. So, or what I have. So is I think you can try it and see. Yes, you can use PayPal to receive money. Of course, you can use PayPal from on Fiverr to receive money. How to convince client without having private? It's through your chat now. Use your soft skill to convince him that you can render the service for him. No, I divided the program into two parts. Yes, yes. Tomorrow will be practical. Today is just the theoretical, as you can see. And tomorrow we'll talk more about the practical aspect. Today I just put it in two batches. The second one is just Q&A. The post part is where we did the discussion, but I'll put all this thing together and we did. Yes, you can do it if you can do it. Of course, now you can start it. You can start business registration. Of course, you can. Someone is asking me what is paper. I don't think I would. Please Google it. You will see what is paper. Yes, you can use different niche in one account if you like. Just create different gigs. You can use different niche in one account. Just keep creating different gigs. You can just create different gigs. So it's not something big. You can create different gigs. Yeah. Don't worry, you will all see that tomorrow, please. How are you going to get paid and whatever? Don't worry about that. You that didn't even get anything. You just want to collect your money. Please wait. You have to wait until even you get the client and just ask me, how am I going to collect my money, boss? You that is going to at least have a patience of 1 year or more than 1 year waiting for one client. And you are asking how to get money now. Please, which time are you going to post the post? Like, someone is asking me which time. I'm going to work in. Sorry, I'm very sorry. I'm going to work on the videos, edit them, put them together, convert them, then upload them on YouTube. Even to upload them on YouTube, it will take time. So I'll do it by God's grace. Inshallah, I'll do it on here. Please don't use Chat GPT. The people that will give you a work, they are very professional. They knew Chat GPT. If they want it from Chat GPT, they'll go there and do Chat GPT, especially those that will do copyrighted. They will go to Chat GPT and do it. There are a lot of softwares now, AI software that detects all sorts that Chat GPT answers and results. Use your talent. That's it. More than 1,000 people have applied for and have received invitation link, but the class can only accommodate there any special treatment. Yes, I said there is a special treatment. Special treatment where I will put all the recording in one place and share with everyone. Everyone will watch it right from the beginning till the end of the class. So I think I answered all the questions. Please, if you have any question, you can ask. If you don't, I think we'll have a conclusion and call it a day. Please, do you have any question? If you don't, we'll just have a conclusion and we call it a day. The alternative, you say if you cannot use Chat GPT, yes, there is an alternative way. Of course, there is alternative way. If you cannot do it, then don't do writing. Don't do copywriting. Go and do something you can do. You can't say you must do something. I am encouraging you not to use Chat GPT, because if they detect it, if someone leave a bad comment to you, he tarnish your account. That's the end of you. I don't want you to fall into that. So don't use that AI things to do things. Use your talent. There are a lot of things in Nigeria. Even to look for, believe me, there are a lot of things. Just think, Nigeria has a lot of things. Just get one and use it. Say you are in Nigeria and you are going to do this. And search for all the gigs on Fiverr. You will see a lot of services, some laughable services that some people are rendering in their country and they are making money. Some they are even trying to help you in naming your son. Just to name your newborn baby. They will help you and you will give them $5 for that consultation. Someone will just help you to have a gist. There are a lot of things that you find them very funny, but someone is ready to pay you. Someone can even pay you to read a novel for him while he is about to sleep. He can say that he needs the voice of the way we talk, our English, our accent, the way we talk, like, or maybe the way someone talk in Hausa or in Yoruba or in Igbo. He want to have an Igbo accent in that issue. You see, I don't know. Just try to do what you can. I didn't get this one. I guess lecture never start right. I didn't get this question. I don't know. I don't think if it is question, but we started at 9 and we resume 9:45 and here we are. Maybe you come late or you join late, and that way you are just maybe listening the question and answer. Don't worry about that. You join us late, so it's not from us. Yes, I talk about rules and regulations. But I say rules, yeah, Fiverr have their own rules and regulations. You can read them. And tomorrow I will talk about some of the rules that you can't breach on Fiverr. You must follow such rules. And once you infringe any of the rules, they will ban your account. Of course, there are lots of services like translation, English to Hausa, English to Arabic, Arabic to English, English to French. There are lots of services, and believe me, if you can render that service, it's very good. Or English to full day or Fulani or something like that. That's a very good way to do it. Translation is there. Can we continue having guidance and tips on Fiverr after this program? I will think about that. Can a person use different services? Yes, you can use different services, video editing, data entry, business registration, this and that. You can create many gigs, but you have limited gigs as a new user now. So don't think you can have is a blank check. It's not. I'll be more than happy to hear some of the rules. Yeah, I said tomorrow I'll talk about them, Kamal. No, you can you use your own. Why would you use UK US? Let me tell you one thing. If you use UK US, the challenge is more competitive than Nigerian challenge. That's why I told you. Now in Nigeria, only very few of the people hear about Fiverr or know about Fiverr. But US, UK, millions of people are there. So if you say you're going to rent that area, use your local whatever. You are from Nigeria. Please don't use any, don't masquerade. Step the Apollo to get it. I think tomorrow then we'll talk about that. I think, or maybe you missed the first part. How soon you are sharing the video? Please, I have things to do, and I'm going to, like I told you, I'll talk about that. I'm Muse. So Muse, you can speak Hausa, or you just translate it with Google. I don't know. All this why can I Hausa? You just allow us to keep talking in English, please. I will not speak English for you anymore because we paid to learn English. Hausa is free. So let's talk free when we are gisting. Musa, thank you. Yes, you can get more information about Fiverr. Of course, you can. Someone say, is it copy to do? Is it possible to do copy and paste of someone's special story? Please tell your own story. Your own story can attract many people. Please. Can I start affiliate market? Of course, there are lots of affiliate marketing course, link. I don't hear this question, but if you are talking about creating a gig on affiliate marketing, you can do that. I have been trying to join, but okay, I'll do that. I answered that question. Okay, so we meet tomorrow. I've already shared the link with you. You have for the one, day two. That is what you have on your days. Tomorrow we are resuming by 9 dot. We are starting by 9 dot. So if you miss 1 minute, believe me, I don't think you are going to be here. There are thousands of people waiting to join us. So you have to be very, very what can I say? You have to come in time. Yes. So that's why this is where we are going to stop. I will stop the Q&A now, please. Please, during tomorrow class, help us with the sample. Yeah, you can discuss whatever you want to discuss. I'm thinking of maybe I will create a Telegram group for you so that you will all join the Telegram group. You can share whatever you want to share. You can just there. You can talk. You can help each other. Me too. If I have the time, I can come on. We can just have something there to do. We can see that it's going to be it may be very well interactive. We'll be using that link. Yes, you will be using the same link on your this thing, the same link you used today. That's the same link you are going to use tomorrow. Like I said, you will all have the recording. I will share all the recording with you. I'm very sorry. So this is why we are going to draw the curtain and call this Q&A a day. So thank you so much for listening. And in conclusion, I thank you all for being here with me for the past, I think, like 1 hour, 16 minutes exactly. So we are going to call it a day and have a wonderful night. Stay blessed. God bless you all. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.